Just installed a Wilkins 975 XL backflow preventer. I followed the directions of turning off both shut-off valves and then turned on the water from the meter. I then turned the inlet valve on slowly to pressurize the device and noticed a drip from the vent. I released the 4 relief valves in succession of air and then slowly opened the outlet valve. The vent stopped dripping, but a day later it started again and it's dripping steady. Any ideas as to what causes that and what is the solution?
Welcome, I will do my best to help with your issue. If it's dripping steadily, then you probably have a fouled check valve. Sorry for the text glitch. It's half fouled check, usually the first check.
Fouled. It is brand new. Are you saying it is defective?
No, I'm saying there probably is some dirt under the seat of the check.
So what is the solution?
It can happen when you turn the water back on. Sediment that clings to the inside walls of the piping gets stirred up when the water is turned back on after the pipes are drained. Take it apart and clean the checks. Don't try this without a repair kit, gaskets, on hand. Most codes require that you have one on site anyway. You probably won't need the repair parts, but you don't want to be without them just in case.
Well, the meter was just installed and the outlet from the meter was capped. All the copper lines were new to the backflow.
Doesn't change my answer. There are only 2 likely causes for what you describe. I outlined the most likely. The other possible cause is a backflow condition or unstable inlet pressure.
Backflow condition.
Supply pressure lower than pressure on building side of the device. Building side equals outlet.
How could supply pressure be lower than the building side? The 975 XL is supposed to reduce the supply pressure.
One is fluctuating inlet pressure, as I previously mentioned. Another is system back pressure on the outlet side. There is typically only a 3 to 5 pounds per square inch pressure drop across the device. This device is designed to dump when inlet pressure is, typically, 3 to 5 pounds per square inch lower than outlet pressure, like when there's a fire in the neighborhood and the FD hoses drop supply pressure.
Inlet is county water. So it would dump consistently or just for short intervals?
Both are possible, and once it leaks for any length of time, the chances of a piece of dirt fouling a check is greatly increased. You have 3 checks in this device: first, second, and relief.
Great care was taken to keep the new inlet clean on installation. The drip was immediate and then stopped when the outlet was turned on. 2 hours later it was not dripping, and then the next day it was and is getting worse. You're saying dirt or whatever caught in the first check valve and not a defective valve.
A defective valve is always possible but very uncommon. If the valve is indeed defective, the only way you're going to find out is to take it apart, which is what you have to do to clean the checks. We always start with the most likely culprit, never the least likely, which is a defective valve. If the valve is defective, you're unlikely to get a warranty replacement unless you can prove a defect. No supply house is going to give you credit for an expensive device like this without proof of defect. They may provide you with a replacement, but you're unlikely to get your money back until a defect is proven.
If a plumber is called to certify the device, will he charge extra to take it apart and clean it? I'm not comfortable taking it apart as I have never done one or had a problem. This is my 4th and only one with a problem.
If you call a plumber, he's going to charge you. Your right to feel uncomfortable repairing this type of device is only a trained pro can legally do this. BTW Unless you live in a jurisdiction with no code enforcement, a licensed plumber is required for installing this type of device.
I remodel and worked under a plumber years ago. I occasionally install and have a plumber look it over it and pull any permits needed. My general plumbing work is excellent according to these guys, but I'm short on technical stuff. I've seen a lot of work done by licensed plumbers that is shoddy indeed, and I don't know how it passes.
My last comment was not a critique. I was only stating the code requirement. Please reply if you have additional questions or concerns.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.